At noon starts right now.
We start with late-breaking news this noon. The man who shot a woman in the face during a carjacking attempt at the Alamo Quarry Market learning his fate in court. He was sentenced to 45 years, which is the maximum allowed.
Julio Cesar Rivera had been accused of 5 aggravated robberies, including the shooting. He agreed to plead to 3 of them, which kept his sentence from possibly being higher.
So back on November 2nd of 2021, police say Rivera shot Alana Castañeda in the face. Police said Castañeda had just left the store and was getting into her car when Rivera came up to her and demanded her vehicle. When she refused, that's when Rivera shot her in the face.
Our Garrett Berger is following this story from court. He'll have more from the courtroom in our later newscast.
Okay, 94 degrees already at noon, Justin. Hopeful that we won't get to 106 like we did yesterday.
It's going to be a close call, I'm afraid. Temperatures at 95 are a bad sign at this hour. And not only that, humidity levels are staying somewhat elevated, at least at this moment. So the heat index has already jumped up above 100. We're at 101. That's what it feels like outside. 95 in Seguin feels like 99 there. Del Rio, 95 as well, but it feels like 103. Curve, though, already feels like it's 96. We're going to see some more very hot temperatures this afternoon. Here's a look at some of the heat indices around the area. 103 is what it feels like in New Braunfels, 103 in Gonzales, 99 at Hondo. Las Vegas is not bad yet, but I think you'll see a lot of spots with heat indices up above 100 here very, very soon. KSAT 12-hour forecast. By 3 o'clock, 102, heat index 106. 105 is the forecast high today, which would tie a record, by the way, if we get there with a heat index of 108. And the heat index stays fairly elevated all the way through 9, maybe even 10 o'clock before temperatures cool down a little bit. We'll have a southeasterly breeze anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour. The big question is there any kind of cool down in the forecast? I was pouring through the models earlier. We'll take a look, and we'll look at the extended coming up here in just a few minutes. Guys.
There are some big weekend closures to be on the lookout for, especially if you travel right over here to Loop 1604 on the north side. Pardon me. That's due to an expansion project that we have taking place. Now, this is a full weekend closure, as I mentioned. It's going to start around Northwest Military Highway and finish up around Stone Oak Parkway, but it's going to impact both the east and westbound lanes. Let's show you what's taking place out there. There is bridge work that is happening. It all begins Friday, July 14th and wraps Monday, July 17th. So let's see what's in store for those eastbound lanes. From Bitters Road, we'll see an exit ramp closer to the Blanco Road entrance ramp. Now keep this in mind. Those closures are going to stay in place for the entire duration of the weekend. So watch out there. Now, as for the westbound lanes, as we take a jump over here, it's going to be the same thing. It all wraps up on Monday, July 17th. Work should finish at 5 in the morning, but we're going to see that full closure of the westbound main lanes from the Blanco Road exit ramp to the Blanco Road entrance ramp. Now, these lane closures will again remain in place for the entire duration. This is just a portion of what's taking place this weekend. What I want you to do now is scan this QR code. It's going to take you to our KSAT traffic page, and there's a full list of all the closures that are happening this weekend and into the early days of next week. But again, that full closure is going to impact a lot of people, so make sure to start planning ahead. Look for some alternative routes. Always good to know what to expect before you have to hit the roads.
New at noon, 2 teenagers were found with more than $4,000 in cash, 3 handguns, and marijuana following a chase over the weekend. That's according to the Bexar County Sheriff's Office. The incident happened on Saturday when a deputy noticed a stolen vehicle they believed that was previously tried to get away from the authorities. The deputy followed the vehicle starting north of downtown all the way to the west side. The chase ended when the driver ran out of gas. BCSO said the 16-year-old driver and the 17-year-old passenger were both taken into custody. The driver was charged with unauthorized use of a vehicle and evading with a motor vehicle. The passenger is facing multiple charges here, including drug possession and unlawful carrying of a weapon. Bexar County Sheriff's Office is asking for your help finding a missing teenager. 15-year-old Benjamin Mancoso disappeared around 2:30 yesterday afternoon. He was last seen in the 1600 block of Shepherd Road. That's in the southwest part of the county. BCSO says he has a medical conditions that may require medication.
And we have new details in the drive-by shooting this noon. Police now say the suspect vehicle was a dark-colored sedan. So the trouble started around 9:30 last night, the 100 block of Palfrey on the southeast side. Police say the 16-year-old victim told them he was walking with 2 other people when someone drove by and a person inside that car started shooting. The victim was hit multiple times. He was taken to a nearby hospital. A vehicle was also hit by that gunfire. Police have not made any arrests in this case. Now to the latest on a shooting investigation just north of downtown. Police tell us someone walked into a store just after midnight and tried to rob it at gunpoint. A store clerk says he was able to grab his own gun. The suspect and the worker both started shooting, according to police, and that suspect got away. Meanwhile, a customer who was inside the store was hit by a bullet. They were treated on scene and should be okay.
A woman was stabbed overnight on the city's west side, and now police are trying to figure out how it all happened. San Antonio police say that they were called around 1 a.m. to Riva Street near General McMullen. The victim knocked on people's doors asking for help after being stabbed. She was taken to University Hospital with possible life-threatening stab wounds. Right now, there is no suspect information.
A local nonprofit is still helping feed people in our community 100 years after the organization was started. How you can help with their mission.
And is Texas finally back? Justin? Okay, this question for you there. Coach Sark thinks the Horns are ready to win the Big 12. Hear more from the Big 12 Media Days up in Arlington.
A nonprofit is holding a fundraiser this weekend. How you can snag a spaghetti plate and help out. New at noon, an annual tradition and fundraiser returns. The 100 Club of San Antonio will be serving up spaghetti dinners. It's the 25th year for the event, and they've already started working. This morning, they rolled over 20,000 meatballs with over 200 volunteers. They'll be cooking those up this weekend.
We'll be cooking those up, and Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 6 here at the Christopher Columbus Italian Society, we're going to be serving plates at just $10 a plate for a heaping plate of spaghetti. If you come inside, you can get desserts. We do have a drive-through, $5 for kids.
Covered this event. That spaghetti is good and it goes toward a good cause. So there's also a meatball eating contest as part of the event. The money raised goes to help the 100 Club with its mission to provide financial assistance and counseling to families of fallen first responders and provide scholarship opportunities for their children.
That looks good, especially around lunchtime. You especially want to spend some time indoors around lunch because there's not a cloud in the sky, Justin.
Indoor day.
Yeah. Indoor day.
Indoor month, indoor summer.
Indoor next 6 months. Yeah, that seems like where we are. Look, it will get better, but we are in the stretch, right in the midst of a stretch of really, really hot weather. The aquifer is dropping, as you might imagine. It's down 4 tenths of a foot to 630.6. Getting too close to that 630 mark. We may drop below there, and that's not good for the aquifer. Meantime, molds are low at 380. They drop a little bit today. We'll talk about how hot these temperatures may get and if there's any relief in sight coming up.
Welcome back to KSAT News at noon. The oldest and largest licensed nonprofit that accepts and repurposes medical equipment is gearing up for its annual citywide donation drive. Next Thursday, KSAT community partners are coming together for Project Mend. KSAT will host a phone bank to collect financial donations to buy more wheelchairs, which is the most requested and needed piece of medical equipment. The phone bank will go on from noon to about 2 p.m. and from 5 until 10:30. So this is all taking place ahead of the equipment donation drive. That's Saturday, July 22nd at the Wonderland of the Americas. For more information, check out ksatcommunity.com.
A local nonprofit has been serving San Antonians for over 100 years, impacting everyone from kids to seniors. As Tiffany Huertas reports, the organization is now looking for more volunteers to continue that mission.
The most important ingredient in this kitchen is love.
This is Spanish rice that we're making for them today, and then this is a picadillo.
Monday through Friday, food is cooked and ready to be delivered to seniors living in the West Side community.
Volunteers are the ones that make this happen.
This morning, the team from the House of Neighborly Service visited someone familiar.
I'm very happy, very grateful, and blessed with this organization because they've been helping us a lot with these meals every day.
Rosalinda Rodriguez was a volunteer for the nonprofit organization for many years, and now she receives services.
I was there doing my help. I was feeling good doing all this volunteer work, and now I'm grateful and thankful and blessed that they bring me my meals home.
For more than 100 years, the House of Neighborly Service has been helping the west side of San Antonio, from family support to a child care program.
We are serving currently over 30 children in our child care center, and we're looking to serve 50 at some point.
Last year, the organization served over 1,000 people. Volunteers played a big role.
Right now, we have about 30 volunteers, some who continually come week after week. Then we have some that come sporadically, but we're always in need of more volunteers.
Executive Director Sandra Morales says volunteers can help in many ways.
We often have projects that have to do with either our Child Development Center. We also have projects that may have to do with a garden that we have across the street for our seniors. We're looking right now for a group to come in and kind of spruce up the space that we have for our seniors as well.
Volunteers help deliver the meals. As a former volunteer, Rosalinda recommends giving back.
That was a beautiful experience because I got to meet so many friendly people, and I just loved it being there.
Tiffany Huertas, KSAT12 News.
Oh my goodness, already 96 degrees. It was just earlier, did we start the show at 94, 95?
94, but 94. I keep on hearing just
that
records.
was less than 15 minutes ago.
Yeah,
and I hate to laugh about it because this is the kind of heat where you got to be careful, but it's like, these numbers are just kind of jumping off the page, and really they keep climbing every time we look. And across the country, if you take Vegas and Phoenix out of the picture here, San Antonio is one of the hottest places in the country. 95 right now is the reading, the hourly reading there. The intermediate readings, we may be jumping up above that. 103 in Phoenix, 99 in Las Vegas. Now, it's more of a dry heat there, so we don't have that going for us. Ours is producing a heat index well over 100, that 95. You go north, you will find some comfortable temperatures, but you got to go up to Minneapolis, Montana, Casper, where it's 71 at this hour. And a look across Texas. Laredo 97, San Angelo 95, 94, Waco 93, Dallas. It's hot anywhere you go. And as you look at the rainfall, there is some rain, some showers and storms, but they're all up across North Texas. And that's why it's been cooler in Amarillo. But rain is kind of coming to an end there around Dallas. They've had a few showers earlier. Those are pushing east. And certainly, other than maybe a few high clouds, we're not getting anything here. And that rain it doesn't make it down here. We still are under the influence of high pressure, and that's going to keep things really quiet. There you see some of the showers along the Red River, maybe some heavier rain up there across far northeast Texas. So we're putting together quite a stretch here. We now have had 19 days, and we'll make it 20 today, by the way, of 100-degree days or higher. We're still well below the big numbers there that you saw back in 2009. And of course, last year we had 58 days. We're a little bit behind that pace, but I think as the summer wears on, and you look at the forecast going forward, we're certainly going to add to this, and I think we'll easily be in the top 10, just the way things are looking. And we're also going to put together a stretch here of triple-digit days that may go down in the record books as well, looking forward. So, we may have another week of this, I'm sorry to say. 95 right now, heat index is at 101. And we've got south-southeasterly winds at 15. Thankfully, the dew point's trying to fall off a little bit. We're below 70 now, but this is still sticky enough to where it's generating heat indices for most of us. 97 in New Braunfels, 95 in Del Rio, 97 in Carrizo Springs, and around at Bexar County. It is 96 down there at Stinson, 96 right now in Castroville. And this is what it feels like. All of Bexar County now is up over 100 for that feels like number. New Braunfels 103, heat index there, 103 in Pleasanton as well. KSAT 12-hour forecast. 99 at 2 o'clock feels like 102. I think we top out with a heat index somewhere around 108, but that high, 105. If we get there, it's a record. We tie a record. And I think we have the opportunity to set some records next couple days the way temperatures are looking. It is another CPS Energy yellow day. That comes as no surprise, as we've got to conserve here with the The Texas grid really, I'm assuming, going to struggle today. There's enough there. There's enough energy there, but there's going to be a lot of consumption for sure. Hurricane Calvin out in the Pacific, still churning their winds at 120 miles per hour, gusting at 150. This is moving away from land. But I did want to point this out. We have a new subtropical storm. That's Dawn. Not a true tropical storm. It's kind of a hybrid, but winds are at 45 miles per hour. It's moving north-northwest at 7. This thing's not going to do much. It actually just kind of sits there and meanders around, but it's not a real problem. So our extended forecast, 104 Saturday, 103 Sunday, both of which could be records, 104 Monday, 105 Tuesday. Yeah, you get the idea. My hope is that by the end of next week, maybe our high pressure moves far enough west to where we can get some lower numbers, but in the meantime, it's all heat.
Thanks, Justin.
Yeah. I know. What else can you say? A lot of numbers on there, a lot of record highs. Not a big fan of this, but football season. Okay, that's something to look ahead to. All eyes are on the Texas Longhorns football team. What Coach Sark is saying ahead of UT's final season in the Big 12 before they ride off into the sunset in the SEC. And despite a national championship appearance, TCU getting no love from the media. We'll show you where the Frogs are expected to finish this year in the Big 12. Sports is coming up next. Big 12 football media days have wrapped up there in Jerry World in Arlington. 2 days of talking with head coaches and key players from each school. And on Wednesday, Longhorns head coach Steve Sarkisian made the rounds talking with national and local media. Texas is favored to win the Big 12 this year per the media poll. This is the Horns' final year in the conference before heading off for the SEC in 2024.
It's a great time for the Big 12. It's a tremendous opportunity. I really love our football team. I love their mindset. I love where they're at. I know that there's been so much talk about the SEC and what's happening in 2024. But I think one thing that I love about this team that we have this year is their focus on 2023 and this opportunity we have here in the Big 12. It's going to be a heck of a season, great competition.
UT will start the season September 2nd at home against the Rice Owls. All right, how about TCU? They were picked to finish 5th in the Big 12 this season. Yes, 5th. This after going 12-1 in conference last season and then losing to K-State in overtime, 31-20 in the Big 12 championship game. Well, they beat Michigan in the Fiesta Bowl and then fell to Georgia in the national championship game to finish the season 13-2 overall. The Horned Frogs are motivated to make some noise again in 2023.
I feel like the expectations for TCU last year were as low as they can get, and we still use that as a source of motivation. And as long as our standards don't change, then it really doesn't matter what the media has us to pick to be for next year.
We got to move forward. What happened last year is certainly not going to have any bearing on what's going to happen this year. So a big challenge for us. I think that we got a lot of eyeballs on us as we move forward, and that's what you want.
All right, Coach Dykes, look at that. The suit, the shoes there, rocking the purple Nikes. TCU will kick off this season Saturday, September 2nd at home in Fort Worth with Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes at 11 a.m. All right, Texas Tech head coach Joey McGuire had his time in the spotlight there at Media Days. Last season, he led the Red Raiders to an 8-5 overall record, capped off with a 42-25 win against Ole Miss in the Texas Bowl. Not too bad for his first season in Lubbock, and now he wants more. The media picked Tech to finish 4th in the Big 12 behind Texas, K-State, and Oklahoma. Coach McGuire was asked if they can win the Big 12.
I do think it's a wide open conference. I think with us, we have to stay healthy. We have to, I know this is going to be coach speak, but we really do have to handle the expectation that maybe a lot of guys on our roster have not had before. And we've got to stay humble, but we've got a really good opportunity to be a really good football team. I'll tell you, our expectation is definitely to do that.
All right, McGuire and the Red Raiders will start the season at Wyoming on September 2nd. Okay, it's game night for the San Antonio Spurs Summer League team. Victor Wembanyama is no longer playing in the Summer League after 2 appearances, but the games go on in Las Vegas. The Spurs face the Pistons tonight at 8 o'clock, and we'll have highlights tonight on the Night Beats.
Go Spurs, go.
Yes, and I'm wondering if Wemby is like, what's up with this weather in San Antonio?
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Wimby. He's back here. Is he back here in San Antonio or is he still in Vegas?
So he left Vegas.
Okay.
I think the report was that he was getting some much needed time off for a little vacation.
I mean, after that performance a couple of games ago, he deserves it.
Deserves that, definitely. Stay cool, Wimby.
Stay cool. All right, we're going to check in with SA Live at Market Square. Oh, look. These are 4 actors who are waving from the movie Grease. They're on the show today. That's cool.
Wow.
We're going to have to check in with SA Live in about 30 minutes. Now to an urgent warning after a string of suspected thefts in New York. Police say criminals are using credit card skimming devices at Walmart. So at the checkout lines to try to steal your money. ABC's Eva Pilgrim has the details on what you can do to protect your wallet.
Police say you're watching a crime in real time. 3 suspects at a Walmart in Oswego, New York, are allegedly attaching one of these, a credit card skimmer at a checkout. It takes them less than 30 seconds. The 3 allegedly skimming or tampering with point-of-sale terminals by illegally installing equipment like this to try to steal customers' data or PIN numbers. And not only at this location, but other Walmarts in the region too. Working in unison, authorities say they installed the skimmers, one on the lookout, in this case shielding the register with her scarf, while another places the device over the top of the card machine.
You think that all your information is safe, and unfortunately there's going to be a lot of victims involved in this incident. Multiple Walmart locations, multiple states, multiple counties. I mean, this could be astronomical.
Our Syracuse affiliate WSYR digging into this story from the start, finding cases of this crime happening at 16 different Walmarts in New York and Maine. Police are still actively looking for those 3 suspects. Walmart telling us providing customers with a safe shopping experience is a top priority, adding it is reviewing protocols and adding enhanced security measures to better protect in-store transactions. Experts say this kind of crime is usually very organized.
It's a very full-scale operation. You have the people who make the devices. Then they'll hire a group of people that go into the stores and install the devices. And then you have the people who actually cash out the proceeds, which are the money mules.
Skimming costs consumers more than $1 billion a year, according to the FBI.
Technology makes things sometimes safer and better. They also make it easier for criminals, and they're always working on the next front. We stop them one way, and they find another way to do it.
So what can you do to protect your information? The biggest piece of advice, protect that PIN.
Make sure that you're covering up your PIN as you enter it. Take a look at your statements. There'll be a minimal charge at first to make sure the card works before the stolen data is good, before they actually clone it and use it for a larger purchase.
And that was ABC's Eva Pilgrim reporting. The White House says that 804,000 borrowers will have their student debt wiped away in the coming weeks. It's due to administrative fixes that more accurately count qualified monthly payments. There are currently several different kinds of income-driven repayment plans for borrowers with federal student loans. The plans base payments on a borrower's income and family size, regardless of their total outstanding debt. After reaching a set forgiveness threshold of 20 to 25 years, a borrower's remaining balance is then wiped away. Student loan repayments resume in October after a years-long pause during the pandemic.
You may still be eligible for a tax refund from 2019, but you only have until Monday to file. The Internal Revenue Service says nearly 1.5 million people could be eligible for almost $1.5 billion in unclaimed refunds. By law, taxpayers have 3 years to file and claim their tax refunds. Because of the pandemic year, the 3-year window was pushed back to July 17th. According to the agency, there is no penalty for filing late if you are owed a refund, but if you don't file in time, the government keeps the money.
The White House is set to announce a $20 billion clean energy loan program. It will be funded by the Inflation Reduction Act and overseen by the Environmental Protection Agency. As part of the program, $14 billion will go towards a national clean investment fund competition awarded to 2 to 3 nonprofits. Those organizations will then dish out loans and credit enhancements to projects proposed by communities and local governments. The other $6 billion will go towards pushing clean energy in low-income and disadvantaged communities around the country.
A widely used artificial sweetener might pose a cancer risk. That's according to the World Health Organization. It says aspartame should be deemed, quote, possibly carcinogenic to humans. However, the WHO says the evidence was, quoted, as limited. So at least for now, health officials recommend moderation. The artificial sweetener is in roughly 6,000 products worldwide, according to the Calorie Control Council. That includes diet sodas and low-calorie foods.
Well, this weekend marks the one-year anniversary of 988. That is the National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
So it's an easier to remember number. Anyone can dial, text, or message through a chat. CNN's Mandy Gaither has a look at what the Lifeline provides and what needs to happen now to get to care to those who need it.
It's a milestone. 1 year, 3 numbers, more than 5 million calls, chats, and texts.
988 has become, for those in mental health crisis, what 911 is for states of emergency.
While the latest data shows more people are reaching out to 988 than the harder to remember 10-digit number previously used, the Lifeline has been impacted by a national shortage of mental health professionals.
It makes it doubly tough. Fortunately, we've worked really hard to make sure that at 988, we continue to build the workforce so we can make sure we're answering those calls, texts, and chats.
Javier Becerra, the U.S. Secretary of Health and Human Services, says work is being done to help those most at risk for mental health struggles, including a pilot program aimed at the LGBTQ+ community.
If you signal that you're interested in hearing from someone who understands where you're coming from, we can do that. Veterans, it's the same thing. We have a queue if you're a veteran.
988 callers can also speak to someone in Spanish, and Becerra says starting this week, they can text and chat in Spanish as well.
What we continue to do at 988 is try to build out the capacity with people that are very similar in circumstance to those that are calling in.
The focus now, getting callers the professional help they need after reaching out to 988.
And that's where we have to work hardest, is because we have to make sure that if someone is willing to say, I'm reaching out to you before I go in the wrong direction, that we can then follow up with the services that they need.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
All right, taking you outside with live cam and not a cloud in sight.
Oh my gosh, we started the show at 94. It's 97. Make it stop, Justin.
I wish
this is all on you, man.
Put a cap on it.
I'm telling you, if I had a wait, I would. It's the situation too where you go outside and you're instantly like zapped of energy. You feel so tired because the heat just takes it out of you. And right now, temperatures are already approaching 100 here in San Antonio. So we are on pace to make it up to around 105. It's not just us though. Most of the state is going to be 100 plus today. The heat indices aren't quite as bad as they were yesterday, but they're still in a range where you really don't want to spend a lot of time outside. Just the fact of the matter here, 108 is what we're forecasting for the heat index today. Heat advisories posted for most of the state. No surprise there. Some excessive heat warnings as you get down to the coast. Places like Corpus Christi have some pretty big heat index values to deal with today. Weather headlines. Yeah, not a cloud in the sky. So are we going to see some record temperatures? Several records could go down. We'll talk about that. Death Valley, hottest place in the world this weekend, could hit 130. More on that. Plus the Saharan dust. We've been getting lots of questions about this. Is there dust in the atmosphere and is it moving our way? We'll check in on that forecast for you coming up in just a few minutes. Guys?
And the heat, the dust. Justin, thank you. Appreciate that. All right, well, today many are hailing the FDA's landmark decision to greenlight the nation's first over-the-counter birth control pill that will soon allow women and girls in the U.S. to buy contraceptive medication as easily as aspirin. But as ABC's M. Nguyen reports, this expansion of access is met with some pushback as some states continue seeking to restrict reproductive rights.
It's a historic move many are hailing as a game changer in reproductive care. The FDA approving the nation's first daily oral contraceptive pill that can be bought over the counter without a prescription. The medication is called Opill, and it's been on the market for 50 years.
It's just a truly historic moment for us.
Advocates say the FDA's decision will remove certain barriers for women, like paying for a doctor's visit or finding time off from work. One survey finds 77% of women say they want birth control pills without a prescription.
Easy access is the best access, in my opinion.
But Opill will not have an age limit for sales, which some question whether it will be safe for young girls, especially those who may not consult their parents.
I feel a little bit sad because, women are left with that option as their last resort, really.
But an independent advisory panel found the progestin-only pill posed fewer risks than other estrogen-reliant contraceptives. Perrigo also noting they do not recommend use in females who have not had their first menstrual cycle. This comes as some states continue seeking to restrict access to abortion services. In Iowa, protests erupting at the Capitol where state Republicans pushed through a bill restricting most abortions after 6 weeks. Today, Governor Kim Reynolds expected to sign that legislation into law, though it's already facing legal challenges. An Iowa judge is set to consider a request to postpone that ban. This split screen punctuating the bitter battle between those for and against reproductive rights across the nation. The price for Opill has not been disclosed, but non-prescribed medications are generally not covered by insurance. It would take legislative action by Congress to mandate insurers to cover over-the-counter birth control. M. Nguyen, ABC News, Washington.
A bakery able to cook up a high-tech solution that helps print sweet treats. But that's not the only thing that makes them unique.
And the jackpots keep growing and lotto fever keeps rising. What past winners are saying to anyone hoping for a big score?